I got this little gizmo I was going to use today, because you guys usually talk and let's do this. I did that at the Financing Authority this morning. It's like, yeah, got everybody's mood going. But anyway, okay, cool. Thank you. That kind of a day. I'd first like to welcome Mr. Fuentes. He's filling in for Assemblymember Brownlee. So thank you, sir. Without you, we would have actually canceled the meeting. Notwithstanding the fact that over half the stuff got pulled, it's still good to have you. Much appreciated. I'd also like to point out this is our first all-electronic meeting for the board members. And so thank you very much. But with that, let's set a quorum. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start off with Senator Lowenthal, Senator Hancock, Senator Wyland, Assemblymember Fuentes, Assemblymember Buchanan, Assemblymember Hagman, Esteban Almanza, Kathleen Moore, Cesar Diaz, Pedro Reyes.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next item is tab 2, minutes.
Minutes, we may not have enough members from the last meeting to approve the minutes. So.
Mr. Fuentes and I discussed the minutes earlier, and we were wondering if he was comfortable voting for them.
I read over.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll move the minutes.
They've been moved. Second. Great. Without objection, we'll call a unanimous vote on the minutes. Thank you. Tab 3, officers' report.
Yes, we have 5 items to present tonight, and one of the items is to give the board an update about our September board meeting. We actually are going to move that meeting up by 1 week to September 19th and want to give folks an advance announcement of that. We also wanted to advise the board that we've been having some challenges scheduling a separate program review meeting, and so the goal is to obviously tuck that item into the September 19th agenda. The second item I wanted to share is the Overcrowded Relief Grant Program. We are wrapping up our 10th funding cycle, and that funding cycle ends July 31st, so we are encouraging those folks who do qualify for the program to submit those funding applications by 5 p.m. And again, they must be physically received in our office by that date. We will be bringing back an item in August to talk about future funding rounds for the Overcrowded Relief Program. The next item we wanted to share is we dispensed a lot of funds last month with respect to our priority funding apportionments. Over $637 million in projects were approved, and that relates to 198 projects. And we just want to give folks a reminder that in order to access the funds, you must have all your documents in order within the 90-day process, and we encourage those folks to do that by September 25th. And just an update is how much funds we've released over the last few weeks. We've released over $150 million, so the 90-day process does work. We also wanted to share the priority of funding certification round period began July 11th, and it ends August 9th. And all those who previously submitted for the priority of funding round, those certifications had expired on July 10th. So those folks who are interested and are on the unfunded list and also part of the agenda today, those folks who get an approval could qualify for the priority of funding round certification. So we encourage those folks who can do so and execute that in the 90-day period, do so by August 9th. And then the last item is just to give the board an update about upcoming events. Our audit work group meeting is Tuesday, August 14th. And looking forward to having some productive dialogue about moving items forward to the audit subcommittee. And we have a rules and procedures subcommittee meeting August 15th. And again, the program review will be tucked away into the normal board agenda on September 19th. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Any comments from the public? Any questions from board members? Okay, moving on to consent agenda. May I suggest that we add the COMPTON Unified Appeal and the SELMA Unified Appeal to the consent, as well as the TAP 10 Overcrowding Relief Grant Funding and Action Item to the consent. Without objection, may I? All right. So the consent item has been moved and seconded. Without objection, we'll take that a unanimous roll call. Thank you.
Financials.
Please.
So if we can direct your attention to status of fund releases. Page 74 is basically a summary of the cash we dispersed during the 30-day window ending June 30th. Although I did report to you just a few minutes ago about that we dispersed $150 million. That was over the last few weeks. But reported for the last 30 days ending June 30th, we did dispense $22 million. So again, the goal is you're going to be seeing more spikes with money going out to school districts that actually qualified for the apportionments, and they're executing their certifications. So that's great. As far as sharing on page 77, we do have a graph that we share with the board members as far as those projects that have received apportionments. We have 164 projects that haven't come in yet, and again, we monitor that. Those projects are coming due in, again, end of September, so the goal is to be transparent about how much we're executing and putting out on the street. So again, that we'll be providing more updates in the future.
Okay.
And as far, on page 78, the last item to share is we had 28 projects listed in June, and all 7 of them executed the $28 million, so we didn't have any projects that expired. So again, that's great. We're not sitting on a lot of cash.
Good.
The next item is status of funds, which is your financial reports.
Before you go there, any comments on that item? Questions? Thank you. Moving on.
Moving on, we wanted to highlight to the board is we did process a significant amount in projects this month that represents over $132 million. Specifically in the modernization program, we actually approved 36 in that category, $6 million. And likewise, we also dispensed of other projects, high performance, $3.6 million, that's 8 projects, and 6 overcrowding relief grant projects for $34 million. So again, a good draw in Proposition 1D of $106 million. We do show some activity on unfunded approvals in your middle category, which is Proposition 55. That's $26 million approved. That represents 4 projects. So in total for the school facility program, we had a portion, again, provided unfunded approvals, of $132 million. That represents 55 projects. And on page 80, what I wanted to highlight is we actually, in the lower category, there's an emergency repair program. We did provide 5 unfunded approvals in the emergency repair program, and that represents several $100,000. So with that, I'll open it up to any questions.
Any comments from the public? Any questions from board members? Okay, hearing none, we move on. And tab 7, we disposed of. Tab 8, we've done. 9 has been pulled. Tab 10 was the consent. So we're up at tab 15 with the 3-month workload.
Yes, if we have any questions related to the 90-day workload.
Seeing none. And we now move on to the information items on tab 16.
And we're done.
We're done. Any questions or comments from folks? Okay, and thank you for your patience, and I know we changed some stuff around. We will have more items next month because half the agenda for today has been moved to August. So stay tuned. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.